Hey guys. Oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't put this on my wireless. So I hope that you guys can see me. Um, but I just wanted to come on really quickly. I'm trying to figure out where my camera is. All right. I wanted to come on really quickly. This is so jacked up. I wanted to come on and just let you guys know that I am at home. I see you guys coming in now. But I wanted to let you know that I am home. I got out of the hospital, or I was released um last night at about 8 o'clock. So unfortunately things didn't go as smoothly as I had hoped. Initially, the last time I talked to you guys from the hospital, I was waiting for my MRI. Unfortunately, I know this is all over the place because I've just taken some drugs. I'm on a steroid. And I've got medicine head. I feel like it's just now kicking in. But when I last spoke with you guys, I was sharing with you that yes, I had been readmitted into the hospital. I did indeed have another um, experience with the transverse myelitis. It is very rare to get transverse myelitis, and it's not associated with any other autoimmune disease. Um, but that is the case for me. I have it, and it is rare for you to get it again. So, right now, we're kind of befuddled as to why I keep having these experiences. So, initially, when I had the transverse myelitis, you guys know I lost sensation in my lower extremities, my legs, and things had begun to come back. You guys saw I was walking, I was able to walk without my cane, so on and so forth. Things were progressing really wonderfully. The nerves were healing, all that good stuff. Then all of a sudden I got uh, had another instance of it last weekend, and what I realized was that I was losing sensation in um, on my right side and on my abdominal area. In the previous video I showed you guys, I demonstrated kind of where I lost sensation. I'm not going to do that now because, like I said, I'm on the edge. I'm about to be knocked out in about 5 minutes, but 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 yeah. So I lost some sensation on this right side of the body, and for whatever reason, the right side of my body is always impacted more than the left. So right now, I lost sensation in the abdominal area, and it also wraps around to the back. On the left side, there's hardly any loss of sensation on this side, but on the right side, it's the case that it's pretty significant. LOL at 5 minutes. Hey, Nicole. And it was the same with my leg. So my right leg is far more impacted than my left leg was. So for whatever reason, this side of the body is much more impacted. The nerves are much more impacted more quickly for whatever reason. So anyway, um, I was treated for that. I received a steroid, which allowed my the inflammation in my spine to decrease. So almost all the inflammation was gone. But the reason I needed to have additional MRIs was because I'm trying to really focus here. You know how you you take some medication, and you got to get through this thing, so you really try to focus. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to really really hard to focus for the next 4 minutes now. No, okay, Nicole. But in any event, the reason we needed to do follow-up MRIs was, first of all, to compare them to my baseline from the last time I had the MRIs, to see if there was any other any abnormalities that showed up, that sort of thing, and so then they can kind of compare. So they're actually waiting to get my images from my first round of MRIs, because I had them at a different hospital group, and so it was my fault. I hadn't had them sent over yet. 5432. That's right. So so they're waiting for those, but we did take more images, and let me tell you guys, I was bumped for almost an entire day. So I got all this came down over the holiday weekend. And so I wasn't able to get in to have my MRI right away, but they did admit me into the hospital. And so then I kept getting bumped because crazy folks was out here Labor Day weekend, wilding out apparently, and needing, and needing trauma assistance and needing to be the first to go into the MRI imaging and stuff like that. So I was bounced for like a day and a half. Like I kept getting bumped. So I finally had my MRI. Get this, guys, on today's Thursday. I had it Tuesday night and I went down at 10 a.m. I was supposed to have my MRI on Monday, like Monday morning. I went into the emergency room Sunday night. So all that time I've been waiting for these MRIs. Anywho, I had my MRIs done. They did my brain, they did my thoracic spine, and then lower on the spine, which is where I have a lot of the loss, where the loss of sensation in my back kind of begins and kind of where the pain was centered. So they want to look at all that area. So the good news is that um, the scan of the brain showed that was negative, and so that means that I don't have multiple sclerosis, which the symptoms are indicative of, right? Oh, hey, Andrea, thank you, my dear. So I don't have MS, which is great. Um, they were waiting for the film on my thoracic spine and then, the lower spine. And what they said is that they were still did see inflammation, like spots on the spine. So I'm taking a steroid. I took a series of steroids while I was in the hospital, and that really brought the inflammation down and stopped the nerve damage. And so now I'm just continuing to taper down on the steroid, and that should get rid of the rest of the inflammation I have. But my concern is, and what my doctor and my team and I are trying to figure out, is what is causing the inflammation. And guys, I got to tell you, I believe that it is very closely tied to diet, because the first time this all happened, I had a horrible, horrible reaction to gluten, to where for me and my gluten intolerance, I get super skin sensitivity. Like if you touch the skin just like this, it's excruciatingly painful. And that happened all over my arms, my back, my side, my legs. And then, like within a week or so, that's when I felt the effects of the transverse myelitis. And then last month, I had pain in my back that was similar to the pain I had on the onset of the transverse myelitis. I went into the doctor right away, and he seemed to think, things were fine, whatever, it went away, right? Just before this happened over the holiday weekend, it came back. And it was true. I was not adhering to a strict gluten-free diet. You guys know I went to Arizona. Prior to that, I was really stressed at work. I was working really late hours, and I was just eating kind of whatever I could get. And a lot of that stuff had gluten in it. And so, thank you, Sharon, dear. And I had the same thing. So my skin got really sensitive. Hey, Sheila. And it got so sensitive, guys, that my hand for no reason. Look at my nail. Sorry. Anyway, this hand in particular was hurt. It felt like I had smashed like something on it. So it wasn't just skin sensitivity, it was like a step further. And then I got sensitivity like on my stomach, and I think I had it on my legs. Just skin was very sensitive, and then all of a sudden this happened. So I really do believe that the gluten is causing inflammation in my body, probably, in my stomach, in my intestines, that is a trigger for my immune system, or that triggers my immune system to go into overload, because that's what's happening. My immune system is attacking my body, and causing the inflammation on my spine, and that's what is causing the transverse myelitis to happen. So I am going to be on this channel exploring um, this aspect of the journey around, inflammation, gluten-free and anti-inflammatory meals. I'm going to be logging the things I eat. And I'm just going to be taking you guys on this journey with us. I mean, these are things that I should be doing anyway. I don't have a diet though, where I have a lot of foods in it that cause inflammation. But, the gluten is when I do, when I, y'all, I told y'all I'm on drugs. Don't judge me. I just took 3 high dose steroids. But I do, when I don't eat well, it does mean that I have gluten in my diet. And I know that that's something that I cannot have. Um, but aside from that, I do tend to eat pretty well, for the most part. So I don't know. I'm just going to be going on this journey, guys. I have to really, figure it out in my head, but it is something I want to share with you guys because it's something I've actually wanted to do for a long, long time. I will be doing juice fast. Yes, Sheila, girl, I love, 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 love juice fast. That's a good one. But yeah, I want to kind of take you guys on this journey because I've been wanting to do this for a really, really long time around, meal plans and eating healthier and things of that nature. So I just think that this is a really good time to kind of incorporate the larger vision I kind of had. And then, hopefully people who have this kind of condition will find the outcomes to be helpful. We're going to be figuring that out together. But in any event, I'm all over the place. Blame it on the drugs. But that's where I am right now. And I just wanted you guys to know kind of where I was with my health. This is a trial and a tribulation where I am right now, guys. It's a trial and a tribulation, but I'm going to get through this because God has already deposited everything in me I need to navigate any problem that I have. So I am going to ask you guys to just keep me in your prayers. Please know that I keep you in mind. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to have you guys in my circle of support. I appreciate all of the input and advice you guys share with me. Please do keep it coming in the comment section. But I'm going to continue to capture this experience because I never knew that this was even a thing. And I have to assume that there are people out there um, who didn't know about this either. And here's the thing, as challenging, and this is why I can't get down on my situation, as challenging as this is for me in this moment, because this is totally new. I'm not used to my body being like this is crazy. But there are people who have gone through the same thing and cannot even walk. It's been 3 years. They can't walk. They can't feel. They have crazy, irregulation in their body in terms of core temperature and things of that nature. So I am not going to complain. I'm just going to be grateful that I am still here. I'm going to be grateful that I have a plan. I'm going to be grateful that I have people around me who love me and are supporting me through this. And I will be grateful in knowing that God has got my back, and I will stay prayerful and allowing him to order my steps as I navigate this challenge. So that's all I can say. I'm going to end this on a note of, being grateful because I truly, truly am. You know, life happens to everyone. So I can't say, why me? Why is this happening? Or even be down on myself because we all have our trials and tribulations. This is just mine. And it is but for a moment. But for a moment. All right. Well, I've rambled far, far long enough. I'm going to let you guys get down and have your dinner now. I'm going to read your comments later because I can't see all of them. My phone is about to die and all that crazy stuff. But I love you guys. And thank you for hopping on just to spend a little time with me. Thank you for your concern. And thank you for guys, for following me and walking, not following me, walking this journey with me. You guys have been there step by step by step. And I appreciate you. All right. I'm gonna go. I got an appointment over here with that pillow. So I'm gonna see y'all momentarily. Bye.